Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be solving another LeetCode problem, which is two lowercase. First, let's read the problem statement. The problem statement is, given a string s, return the string after replacing every uppercase letter with the lowercase letter. So we have to do that if the input is hello with a capital H, we have to lower the H and return the string. Next, all the letters are already at lowercase, so we just have to return that string. Next, if the characters are capitalized, we just have to return all the letters in the lowercase. So this will be our approach. We can basically use the built-in function to achieve this in just one line, but it is better to learn or see what is happening behind the scene. So for that purpose, I will show you how you can convert the uppercase letter to lowercase letter by using a more dynamic approach. We will figure out what are the relationship between the uppercase letters and lowercase letter, mathematical ones, what we can add or subtract from both lowercase or uppercase to convert into each other. After discussing that approach, we will come back to the code and we will write some code to implement that approach. I have two ASCII tables because you know that if we want to convert a uppercase letter to a lowercase letter, we have to add something. If we want to convert a lowercase letter to uppercase letter, we have to subtract something. So that will be the approach our. So let's see how we can do that. First, I will declare a variable that will be used to store the lower string or lowercase string. I will, for example, I will declare a string. Example, I will declare a result variable. Next, we have to do is we have to check or we have to iterate over the entire word that will be our input or string. We have to iterate over each character and check if the letter is capital. We have to convert it into lowercase, or if the character is already a lowercase, we just have to write or we just have to append that character in the result variable. Okay, so let's try to visualize this. First, I have a letter L. If you see, the ASCII value of L is 76. Okay, so if we add 76 plus 32, what will be result? It will be 108. And if you look at the lowercase ASCII table letters, you can see 108 is here, and this is the value of lowercase letters. So our L will be converted to small l. 32 is a number, or you can say a magic number. If you add this number to a ASCII value of uppercase letter, we can get a lowercase letter. If you subtract this number from the ASCII value of lowercase letter, you can get a uppercase letter. So that will be our approach. Let's next see how we can do that for the remaining variables or remaining indexes. So we have to check if the character is already uppercase, we have to convert it. Next, we have to check if the letter is already a small, so we just have to append that letter into this. After converting the capital L to small l, we will put the value of the small this ASCII value to this one, to result variable, and we will convert 108 ASCII value to a character that is L, and then we will append that into the result variable. I hope that is clear. If we see next variable or next character, that is 0, we are iterating on a string by using a for loop. Next we have 0. We will check if the character is uppercase. You can see it is not a uppercase, so we will just append that 0 into the result variable. Next we will see we have a character G. G is not a lowercase letter, so we have to convert that into lowercase. For that purpose, I will look at the value of G. What is the ASCII value of capital G in the ASCII table? The value of capital G is this one, 71. So we have to add 71 plus what we have to add? This magic number which is over here, 32, and the result will be 103. If we look at the lowercase letter ASCII table, 103 is the value of small g. So our capital G will be converted into small g. Okay, so we will add or we will convert the added value back to the character, and then we will append that letter into the result variable. Okay, so next C for I is already a small or lowercase letter, so we'll just append that into result variable. Next we have a small t. Small t is already a lowercase letter, so we will append this letter to the result variable. Next we have a capital E. Let's consider capital E. So what is the ASCII value of capital E? This is the ASCII value of capital E, 69. If we add 69 plus 32, what will be the result? The result will be 101. If we look at the small or lowercase letters ASCII table, 101 stands for the small e. So that is also converted. We will convert the added ASCII number, which is 101, back to the character, and then we will append that character to the result variable. Next we have C. What is the ASCII value of C? This is 67. Same approach for this. 67 plus 32 is equal to 99. So if we look at the table, 99 is the value of small c. So we will convert 99 back to character, and then we will append this to the result variable. Okay, same we will do for the h variable. I think that is clear. So let's get back to the code and write some code to solve this problem. Okay, we are back to the code section. Now we can try to implement the approach. We have a function that receives a argument of type string, and it returns a string that will be the string of lowercase letters. First, I will declare a variable that will store the converted string. For that, I will write let result is equal to an empty string. Okay. Next, we have to iterate over the string until the string is finished. So for that, I will declare a for loop or run a for loop for let I is equal to 0. We have to start from the 0 index of the string, and this loop will run until the I is smaller than the string length as dot length. Next, we have to increment 1 on every iteration. Next, this for loop will give a character or index at every iteration. In every iteration, we have to extract the char code or ASCII value or Unicode of that index and store in a variable. So I will declare a constant char code is equal to string that we are receiving, and we will use a function in TypeScript. We have a function to get the char code, Unicode or ASCII value of a specific character, and the function name is char code at index. It receives a argument. We have to give it a specific index. Okay. Next, we have to check that the char code lies between a specific range, because we can figure out if the range is between specific values, it is a uppercase letter, and if it does not lie in a specific value, it can be a lowercase letter or a special character or anything else. For that purpose, we will look or go back into our ASCII's table and see what are the ranges. Okay, I am here, and you can see that the ASCII value of A is 65 and it goes to 90. Okay, if the char code or Unicode or ASCII value of a specific character lies between 65 and 90, we can say that this is the uppercase letter. If the Unicode, ASCII value or char code, you can say anything, lies between 97 and 122, we can say that it is a lowercase letter. So by checking if the ASCII value lies between 65 and 90, we can say that it is a uppercase letter, and then we can convert that uppercase to lowercase. we will try to implement the same approach here. If char code lies between 65 and char code is smaller than 90, then we can say that it is uppercase letter. If it is a uppercase letter, we will first result. We will first add a specific code or a magic number to the character code, char code plus 32. Okay, we are adding a magic number to convert the uppercase letter to lowercase letter. But before assigning it to or appending into result variable, we also have to convert the char code back into the character. So for that, I will use string dot from char code, and we will pass that over here. This basically means that this is the function that converts the char code back to the character, and the function is provided by the string class. So this lines or this part converts the uppercase letter to lowercase letter, and then we will append that the resultant in the result variable. Now if what if the character is already a lowercase, so we will just append the lowercase letter to the result variable. Result is equal to result plus char, or the oh sorry, we will append string of I. We will use I s only, because that is the argument we are receiving. This line is basically the current index we are at of this string. We will add that specific character or append that specific character to result variable. If the for loop finishes without any error, it means that all the uppercase letters are converted to lowercase letters successfully. So we can finally return the variable return result. So our code is done. Let's say try to run this code. Okay, so our all cases are accepted. Now we can finally submit the code. Okay, our code is also accepted. Before finishing this video, I want to discuss that you can also use a built-in function approach, but that is not preferable because this approach basically introduces us to the things that are happening behind the scene. And to get better at programming, you should not rely on the built-in functions, but try to implement the same approach by following another approach or going dynamically, not the using these built-in function. But if you want to do that, I can show you. For that purpose, I will comment this code, and we will return string dot to lowercase. This function just converts the uppercase letter to lowercase, and the resultant will be returned. So let's try to run this code. Okay, so our case 1 is accepted, case 2 is also accepted, and case 3 is also accepted. So we can finally submit this code. Okay, so our cases are accepted. So that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned something new and it was easy to follow along. See you in the next video.